Gamer Junkies Dungeons and Dragons. I'm King Knightspawn. Tonight we'll be playing with Zach, Johnny Cash Money, Ramius, and our Dungeon Master, Mr. Walter. There we go. Alright, that's about it. Thanks to
Okay, so y'all developed your background stories.
Yeah.
We're just bring you all together now. In the right town. Alright.
Do we not want to do our backgrounds for the camera?
Real quick. Necromancer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a necromancer, drow elf, bringing things back to life, and poisoning people. We'll leave out the second part for now. I'll leave that as a surprise later for the audience. What else I like to do? All right, Zach.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. I'm chaotic evil. I'm a drow elf. I'm a priest. Ooh, I'm level 1.
What's your particular kit?
Oh yeah,
Particular kid.
Necromancer, or what are you?
you're
Is
a
that
priest.
priest?
What kind?
You are an inquisitor, right? You love the pain.
Inquisitor. I'm a
Oh, yeah.
I'm a pain teacher. Ooh. Look at me. I love pain. Existence is pain.
Don't want
Alright.
to heal around this guy. Alright.
My turn. I am a Sylvan elf. My name is Darren Luck, and I'm chaotic evil. I'm actually a spell filcher, which means I'm a thief mage, and I belong to the Black Hand Thieves Guild, and I basically am like a dark Robin Hood, where instead of robbing the rich and giving to the poor, I rob mages of their gems and scrolls and gold, and I give it to my guild. And I carry a rapier and a crossbow, and I dress in very muted colors, brown and green, so disguise is one of my things, gaming disguise, and yeah.
And your pronouns are he, him, or
Yes,
we,
no.
or they, or...
My pronouns are, I'd like to she them titties.
Alright, and our anti-paladin here?
Alright, as our DM said, I am an anti-paladin human, Droth the Deathborn. My height is 6'10". I am 250 pounds, black hair, blue eyes. And my adopted father is Lorlock the Shadow King. And I reside in Hellgate Keep. There you go.
Alright,
Okay.
and our DM tonight is Walter.
Walter.
Walter the Magnificent!
Oh, fabulous.
Magnificent.
He goes by many names.
Does that, hey, since we called you magnificent and fabulous, do we get DM favor?
Yeah, plus 50 experience points. Right?
I brought
Yay!
carnitas. I brought carnitas tacos.
The losers don't get it because you guys didn't say nothing.
Damn it.
Whatever, man.
So what I'm going to do, just for order of play, when we go through each round, we're just going to go left to right. It's going to go like this.
Yay.
For
Right?
initiative.
In combat, yeah, good point. It's going to be by initiative.
Okay.
Of course, the lowest goes faster. The higher the initiative will go towards the end, something like that.
Okay.
But for normal sequence of play outside of combat, somebody's going to left.
Unless it's
Easy.
disgusting talking to people, then probably it would go me first because I have the highest charisma.
With
yeah,
a
which means they'll pass.
Been an
They'll just
affiliate.
heal, and I'll go right
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
2 years now.
So we'll probably get to that point.
No.
So here's the background. All right, you two are the drow.
Woo!
You'll be coming in shortly. Starting off,
You'll be playing
you were
later.
told from your lord, your teacher,
My father.
your father, that you're going to go to the place of the reverse hanging lantern, and you're going to hang out there. You're going to meet a specific person. He's going to be known. He's going to come to you, report to you, and he's going to provide you with specific information. That's going to be you. You are told
Hello.
that you
I
need
was
to find
told to
somebody.
come find you.
He's an anti-paladin. He's not the paladin that you've heard and revered about that has the reputation of being the holy roller of the town. He's the inverse. And you're like, yes, I like those people. And your name was...
Droth the
Droth.
Deathborn.
You were given the name from your teacher, from your particular group, and you were told where to meet him. It says he always hangs out from this time at this particular place, and you can connect up with him.
And why am I connecting up with him?
Because he's going to bring you.
And is
help
that camera
you
adjusted
mission
for all of us?
to destroy all magical evil stuff, which is your purpose. This is the guy that's going to bring you there. He's
Bring
like
up the
your-
stream,
your
man.
front-
Watch
your
it.
I don't want
Wow.
to destroy it. I want to save
I got
it,
this
give it to
going.
my guild.
No.
Oh,
so your guy is like
Enki,
when you see magic,
E-N-K-I.
there are certain aspects
But I'm
of
gonna
magic
do
you want to
a
harness.
longer one, but
There's
it's
certain
Enki right
aspects
now.
of magic you want to destroy. You're infatuated with magic. You're just completely focused on magic.
Yeah.
There's certain aspects
Magic.
that you want to harness for your benefit, and other aspects of magic that you want to shut down and destroy.
Okay.
It just depends. You're very biased that way.
Okay.
And you're told that this guy is going to be your tank, your leader, who's going to help lead you in those campaigns. You were told by this as somebody who already knows him because he has an established reputation. You're told to go to this particular tavern to meet him, and this is you're sent off from your particular guild to go
Okay.
do this.
Enki. Lord.
Okay.
All right, so that's that. You two, the Drow.
Hi.
All right, you guys are the dark underlord Elven. All right, so you're outside the town. You're like several miles away, but you guys are told where all the adventure is. Like everything goes on in your particular arena and your particular culture is very standard, it's very boring, it's very vanilla, and you guys have the adventurous spirit. You're bored with that.
Okay.
But you hear if you go to this town, all right, if you go to this town that's nearby where the humans are at, there's all kinds of adventures going on. You just need to sit in the tavern and listen, and you're going to pick up on stuff. And you guys decide to get together and say, we need to go over there and pick up on something that's fascinating, interesting, and not vanilla and boring where we're at, because it's just like status quo.
All right. I say we go to this human town and see what's interesting and going on. But first,
The
I would
main
like
city
to
for
stop
Drow
by
is
the
City
graveyard.
of Intrigue, also known as the City of Spiders.
and
That's where all the
I need that
things-
player's handbook because there's a million spells I want to cast.
Players have it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just so
Alright.
it's
You guys are from the city of Intrigue, by the way, also called the City of Spiders. That's where you're coming from.
the city of spiders. As we come to the town, what's the name of the town we're going to?
We're going to be going to.
Well, it's officially called Menzo Baranzan.
Menzel Baranzan.
Menzo Baranzan.
Menzo
That's-
Baranzan. All right, we're going to Menzo
That's the
Baranzan.
official name.
I asked the guy at the front gate, hey, where's your graveyard? Where do you put your dead?
What are you asking?
Where do you put your dead? Where's your graveyard?
What's your charisma?
27.
27.
14.
Okay, not bad.
I'm just looking for the town cemetery to pay my respects.
Where's your dead?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I need to pay my respects.
Okay.
We're not gonna
You
just
recall as you approach the area, off to the side, and a little bit in the distance, not along your walking path, but off to the side, it seemed like a graveyard to you.
Okay, so outside
So
the
that
city.
triggers when he asked that. You're like, oh, I think I saw something.
Was it outside the city?
Yes, it was outside the city walls. Yes.
Okay. Any fresh
You didn't notice, but
parade?
he did.
Okay. Well, I just
You're
want
comrade.
I just need to know where the dead people are at.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
I'm feeling,
Yeah. if I'm gonna be raising the dead, like I must do this shit.
I know where to raise the dead, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What time of day is it?
Okay, so it's about mid-afternoon, like 2-ish, 3-ish, something like that.
Okay.
Still nice and light out.
So I need to go to the pub, which is called
We'll call that the Darkened Lantern.
Dark and Lamp.
Okay. So far he's
Very famous pub in that particular town.
he's looking for a graveyard, but I noticed one.
He didn't notice it as you walked up.
Yeah.
But you did as you were walking up. You're like, oh yeah, I saw one on the way up.
Okay.
But the guard didn't say anything because you answered first. He said, yeah.
Okay.
So now he knows.
Now, Mr. V6, look at me. I think I saw a graveyard down the street.
Which Droth?
Droth,
Fantastic.
the Death
Yeah.
Droth?
Thank you,
Sitting
Mr.
in,
Beast.
sitting in
Right.
the tavern. Nobody's around your table. There's a couple of people, like, in fact, if there's like 12 to 15 various tables in your surrounding area, all the tables that are immediately surrounding yours have cleared out.
Okay.
There's like a certain fear. And
Okay.
you're sitting by yourself.
Okay. How many people in the bar do I see?
Like sitting down, like tending,
Yeah.
you're probably looking at about 15 to 18 total people.
Okay.
Mostly human, a few demi-humans.
Okay.
And can I walk in at this point? So as you're describing it, I see the same thing he's seeing.
Sure. You're just coming through
Okay,
the door. Double
just coming
doors,
through the-
like just like in movies, a little
Yeah.
barging in.
Am I able to recognize him?
No, you don't know
Okay.
who he is.
Okay.
You don't know him either, but you were told about him.
Right.
Well, he was a big dude.
But I wasn't told about him.
No.
No. Okay.
You don't know anything about him. You're just there hanging out.
And his name is Droth.
The Death Boy.
And
So-
I have to find him because
You
he
have to fit the
knows.
description, match it up, and try it out and stuff. So
Okay, so I walk in, I look around the room. There's bar patrons, and there's one 6'10", 6'10" giant,
Good looking.
scary looking. Oh no, good looking.
perfect human male specimen.
Perfect, and
tall,
no one's
strong,
sitting
young.
around.
Yeah.
Okay, I go over and I order a beer at the bar, and I turn and I look, and no disguises walk right towards him. Unafraid. Are you eating anything or drinking anything? Are you looking around the room? What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just staring.
Okay.
There's a waitress that's hovering outside of your area, looking at you, ready to serve you, but she's intimidated. She's kind of like trembling.
Okay. I'm just standing there staring. I'm just looking straight forward. I'm just looking at the bar.
Okay. So with my drink, I ask her, go grab him a drink too. I give her a gold piece, and I sit
Gold
down
piece.
right next to him.
What's your charisma?
12.
Okay, average. The gold
So-
piece is pretty nice.
I know.
Yeah.
I said, give him whatever he wants. So now I have whatever. So,
So she holds a gold piece like this and still looking over, and she's like still trembling in her jaw, and you're like, she's like slowly going over, like underestimating some of that huge, so big and so good looking.
so I sit down next to him.
That's my stepmom.
Oh.
It's like she had a good time.
She did.
That's awesome.
Okay, so you do that, you give her the gold piece, and you move in his direction.
Yeah.
Pause that. Back to you guys.
All right.
The necromancer.
Yes.
You're talking to the gate guard. You were advised as to where the dead were at by your
Sweet.
partner Drow here.
Sweet.
Yes. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Let me point out something. You guys have cloaks that go over your head like this, and they cover you greatly because you do not like the daylight.
Yeah.
So your cloaks hang down like this to help shield you from the daylight, and you're squinting.
Yeah.
Any interaction you guys have in the daylight, you guys are penalized, by the way.
Because you're
You
drunk.
do not like the daylight.
Do not
You like the underground like a mofo.
Cool.
But you're adventurous, so you're making that sacrifice.
Then we just asked I asked her where. Hey, if a guy was looking for a little action, where would he go? Huh? You know what I mean?
Oh, one of the
Huh?
guards perks up and he goes, oh yeah, you need to go to Mel's place, yeah. Mm-hmm. Kind of shifts his belt around like, yeah,
The
Mel's place.
The Meld place?
Mel's place.
Mel's place. All right. Well,
The diner.
we go to Mel's Diner. Also, where would we go if we just want a good drink and maybe we're looking for some work?
Or poison people.
Didn't say that.
No, we know.
What's your charisma? 14 or something?
14, yeah.
Okay. So the guard, after he says that, pauses after he says that and he kind of looks at the both of you, and he has a pole arm, right? Takes his pole arm and he starts pushing back on your hood to look at you more clearly.
I'm gonna cast Time Stop on him. Boom. Just freeze him. Like, oh look, your friend looks like he's having some sort of spell. We'll be on our way.
Do you want to cast something on him, or?
Yeah, I just want to freeze him. Time. I think it's called time. No, Time Stop is the orb. The other one is where I just stand.
Is that a first level? I think it's a tool of magic, right?
Yeah, it's 9th level. I can do all of them. I can do up to 9th level spells.
No. First level, you cannot.
It says I can with my intelligence to 20.
At 9th, you get bonus spells per level because of your intelligence, but you can't cast 9th level yet. You're gonna be way up there.
What can I cast?
Way down the road.
Yeah.
Well, give me a
Way down the road.
Give me a level. I got like
All your first level spells in either tome of magic or that, or
You're gonna be like level 16 or 17 when you can cast.
anything
that
that's not
spell.
divination, you can cast if you want to. But you're also intelligent enough to know that if you initiate magic and they recognize it, they may frown upon that.
I want to summon a monster.
You don't know their culture yet. You don't know their laws, so. You're completely foreign with their laws.
I just take a little half step back so that his little spear drops away from my hood and said, well, thanks, we'll be on our way.
All right.
And just
I mean,
walk
we're
past
next to each other. We can talk.
You want to do anything?
Well, I don't want to interrupt.
You see him
We
talk to
can.
the guard. He asks about where's the best place. The guy leans in his pole and starts to push back his hood to get a better look at him. And he kind of backs out of that. What are you going to do?
Now the question is, do you feel any loyalty to him at all at this point?
We're just
And
from the same
also-
farm, the same clan.
Yeah, they were evil.
Drow take physical damage when they're out in the sun.
They can.
No, they do.
Yes.
So it's
That's why we're hooded.
yes. So it's
They're getting inside very quickly. They're shuffling
yeah, it's
inside.
dangerous.
There we go.
Like I had told them, you guys are penalized on anything you do during the daylight. And you have your cloaks hanging down like this. And this is why he lifted up, because he couldn't get a clear look at you. So he's lifting up your cloak. to look at
And the
Color
Drow
spray.
are hated,
Pocket sand.
hated
And I
in
just
cities.
look at- What?
So have fun. That's why I said it was a very difficult class to play, but fun as hell when you can
you.
play.
And
it.
you know this because you're very intelligent. You know that Drow are particularly hated, which is why you drew back. And
Yeah, just took a half step back and said, "Oh, it's great. We're gonna
we're good to
get
go."
We're gonna get some beers."
what's your guy gonna do?
Ooh, I have hypnotism.
What's your intelligence?
My
I'm
intelligence
getting
is
very
15.
bored with this.
15?
You will
You
go
are
to
aware
the
of the
next
same
one.
thing. You are aware that most people hate the Drow because they're considered evil, and if you are exposed, it could be hostile.
I'm just gonna bid them good day and say we're gonna be on our way.
Good.
Ooh, I also have been
Pretty much an agreement there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, unless I see somebody
Yeah.
that looks a little rowdy off in the distance, and then I can cast a spell of ventriloquism and have them say something to the guards, distract them, and then just walk by.
I'm curious, DM. Just curious. Are you gonna make them have to roll charisma rolls for reactions when people see who they are?
Not rolling, but I'm factoring into the interplay. Just
Yeah.
kind of like ball.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking their charisma
Yeah.
each time. Yeah. Okay, so you guys decide that. You decide that.
Yeah,
No, we're good. And you agree with him. You're like, hey, we know if I found out, it's probably not going to go south. You're probably going to go south. So you
Go
start
get a
backing up.
brew, man. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
And then, to your surprise, right behind the guards is this female, drow-looking person.
Alright.
Pretty fucking hot, by the way.
Right, are we?
Looks over and pushes the guards
She's a
aside.
lesbian.
Oh, damn.
She goes, "No, let them through. They're from my clan. They're good to go."
Sweet.
Guards look at her and they're like, "Oh." They seem to recognize her as some kind of authority. Like, "Oh, if you say so, ma'am."
What clan is that? What clan are we from?
You don't recognize her, but she's a drow.
Okay.
Drows are
What
very
clan
okay.
are we from?
The clan of the Click Clappers.
Drows.
Clan that formerly said me.
If I tell you the name of the clan, we'll probably forget it later. So we'll just say it's that clan. You know.
I think I have.
You don't recognize her, but you recognize her as a female drow, and she seems to have a lot of prestige. And you find this very unusual, you in particular, because drow are not normally accepted in the common areas. And she's in this particular town. She seems to have some kind of high clout with these guards, and they acknowledge her and they stand back and say, "You say so, ma'am." So she beckons you in.
You are no
We're with
Jurist Jordan.
I come inside and I'm a little standoffish from her. I'm like, I look at her and say, thank you very much, my lady. No, a little more quiet. I'm like, thanks, but what's that all about?
She begins to walk off, looking to her left and to her right, assuming that you're walking with her. And she's just walking with a purpose towards a particular direction.
All right, we'll walk with her for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she mumbles, and you both hear her. She goes, "You owe me."
We don't owe you shit. Am I kidding?
And she repeats herself, "You fucking owe me."
I'm gonna cast hypnotize. No, I'm gonna cast sleep. Just knock her out.
Raises his hand like this and goes, "I won't even try that fucking bullshit."
Uh-oh.
Then I take my poison dagger and I cram it in one of her cram holes.
She raises her hand in another direction and goes, "Won't try that shit either." She goes, "Just fucking follow me, bitches."
Fine. We'll follow you for now, lady, but
Following.
first chance I get, I'm gonna kill you.
All right.
We're gonna follow.
Make an intelligence check. You have a 20, right?
Yeah.
The only
I
way
rolled
you only have a -1 penalty.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
rolled it.
criminal.
Let's
If
just-
you roll a 20, you're gonna fail. You mean, ooh, pretty close.
Nice.
You remember now, you're thinking like, I heard some stories about this chick, you know, and who left the clan like decades ago and got affiliated with the normal humans and stuff like that. I think I heard some shit about that. You're starting to recollect some of the stuff, you know. You're like, I think this might be the girl.
Do I remember her name?
You do not. And she hasn't said it either.
Where is she?
But
leading
she's
us?
marching straight in the middle of town, and she says, "Follow me." And she, every time you start thinking of what you're gonna do, she just, as if she knew what you're gonna do, she raised her hand and said, "I wouldn't even try that shit."
Also, real quick, what is phantasmal force?
It's basically illusionary stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
For the characters that rely on intelligence, like the wizards and stuff, making intelligence checks, great. Now, for the characters that don't rely on intelligence but rely on their wisdom to get them by, can we roll wisdom checks?
So, good question. Wisdom is really the wisdom is kind of not applicable to there. And here's the reason why. Wisdom is really what you're choosing to do based off of your intelligence, and that's you as a human being operating your character. Intelligence checks is the base knowledge of your character, the strength, you can roll that, dexterity checks, you can dodge and stuff like that. Wisdom you can't really roll because it's what you as a human are deciding to do behind that character.
Well, wisdom, okay, I just want to say that wisdom has always been like a street smarts, where intelligence is, are you like
Knowledge.
apt at doing math and reading and writing and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So, you know, in a sense of a street smart situation, what would you do in this interaction? Do you not want to apply the wisdom in a street smart situation?
Well, I see what you're getting at, but it's more going to be what the character chooses to do.
I see.
It's kind of the application of wisdom.
Okay.
And it's always been the case, like, make a dex check, make
Sure.
a constitution check, make a strength check, and
Yeah.
those are all valid. But in the case of wisdom, it's kind of the human being behind the character applying the wisdom.
Okay.
So you kind of don't make a wisdom check, so to speak. It's just what you're deciding to do. Okay, so pause there. We'll go back to the bar. You put a gold piece in the barmaid's hand. She kind of stumbled off, and you're going to sit down with him, or
Sit right next to him.
okay. He seems to fit the description of what you were told, so you think that's the guy.
All right.
You haven't interfaced with him yet.
All right. So I sit down next to him and I look at his.
I look straight at him, just deadpan.
What does his armor look like? What does your armor look like?
I have splint mail, and it's all black, and it's got all sorts of symbols and stuff all over it.
Okay, I sit down next to you and I go, that's some pretty nice armor you got there.
He deadpan for a moment, and then he goes, "Yes, yes, it is.
Affirmative.
Thank you for noticing."
And I'm looking up at you again.
You go, "Thank you for noticing. Who may you be?"
Well, my name's Darren.
Okay, your
Darren.
interaction's interrupted. This drunken dwarf comes barreling through, shoves you over like this. He goes, "Oh, I don't know what the fuck you are." He's looking directly at you, and he goes, "Who the fuck do you think you goddamn are? I'll fucking challenge your arm wrestler right fucking here, right fucking now."
I pick up the table and I smash him across the body.
Totally fucking drunk.
I get out
Look
of the
kind
way.
of old.
Okay, no, I don't do that. Okay,
Oh.
so he's doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a stein in his
All right.
hand.
So I stand up and I look at him.
You look down at him.
I look down at him and I go, "You have two choices. You can either A, go to the bar," and I'm using my charisma, "go to the bar and buy my new friend and I an ale, or you will die within 3 seconds."
Oof.
Should I roll my charisma?
I'm gonna make a roll for that.
I back out of the way.
Your charisma gives you a plus
I slowly take my
5 or something like
beer
that.
and head back towards
He's
the
like,
waitress.
"Hey, bro,
+7.
listen,
This is
I'm
my
gonna
thing,
be
man.
over here, like."
It's not my thing. Just walk away.
You don't want me to roll for it?
I just rolled it.
Okay.
I factored the plus
He
7.
goes, I'll cash out.
Okay, so he does that. Kind of nudges you aside. He addresses him.
It was cool hanging with you,
His
but
brazen, drunk state with a half a mug.
I'm on a group
Just waiting for their interaction.
Well, if he pushed me out of the way,
right now.
I mean, I can tumble, roll out, and I want to stand back. I don't want to get into a skirmish and drive into me.
He doesn't seem to be engaging. He just kind of nudged you out of the way.
But the dwarf drew attention to the man that's already drawn attention, and I want no attention to me.
Okay.
So I back into the shadows to watch what's going to happen. So no eyes on me.
Okay.
And all eyes
Like
on
a
what
good
is-
thief.
Yeah.
Hiding shadows.
Oh, roll for hide in shadows.
Yeah, I can. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that and see. Because if you. No, you get to do percentile.
Oh.
Did you
Yeah.
put all those percentages down, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and do that. It's going to be hiding shadows
just
with
20%, but
I'll
is
give you a
it-
+5 modifier because he's not too much paying
What is it, like
attention.
that? 2D? Those right here?
Yeah, those two. So that's
30.
30. What's your chance?
20.
20. I give you 5. So you're barely noticeable, but he's still not paying attention to you. So
Okay.
in your mind, you're not noticed.
And
slowly rolling.
and my guy is lawful good, which is why he's giving him a chance.
Okay.
Or lawful evil, I mean. He follows a set of rules, so that's why he's giving him a chance.
And his words are back off or fucking die.
No, what I told him was I stood up and I kind of tower over him and I look straight down at him. I say, "You have two choices. You go to the bar right now and you get an ale for me and my friend, or I will kill you within 3 seconds."
Okay. He steps off to the side, disappears. You stand up after he barges through you, tries to punk him out, nice and drunk with his half-filled stein. He says that to the dwarf, and he pauses. He's looking. He's like very. You can tell.
20 ready.
You can tell his mental processes are very slow, and he goes, takes another drink, and he goes, "You got it, you big fucker."
I sit back down, and then I don't even look in his direction. I know which way he went, but I don't even look because I could tell that he doesn't want to be seen. He was trying to get out of the situation. So I just sit back down and continue staring forward.
Okay.
So I walk over to the barmaid and she puts the drink on her. As
I
soon
want
as
my
she
gold
gets
back.
Just coming over
and
to
just
bring
no,
his
no,
drink.
I'll take it over. Just,
You'll take it? All
yeah,
right.
yeah, I'll take it over. So I take the beer back and I set it down to Droth and I say, Droth,
Yes.
my name is Darren Enlock. I say it really low. My name is Darren.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Pretty extraordinary fellow there for a giant paladin. So, my guild sent me here to find someone with your description, and I walk in the door, and there's nobody around you, so now all eyes are on both of us.
And pause. In the background, as you're talking to him, you see your eyes immediately shift. A very fucking hot elven female with a bow standing directly behind him, looking at you, trying to get noticed. Leave her right there. Back
Wait,
to
it's
y'all.
pointed at him though?
Standing directly behind him.
And pointed at him like this?
No, but she
Oh.
just has a bow and stuff like that. And
Oh.
She comes up behind his area, and as you're talking to him, you're like, you notice she's standing there saying, really fucking hot.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, pause. Back to you guys. You're following in the drow female elf. Heading in the center of town.
The center of town?
Yep. She's just heading toward. You guys have no idea what's what in this town. You never been.
So she's just walking down the middle of the road, in the middle of the sun.
Walking right down the middle of the road. Walking
Well,
for
she's-
a purpose.
If she's drow, then she hates being in the sun too. Like, I continue to follow her clearly because that's we really don't seem to have a choice here, and so just follow in the shadows behind her as best I can.
Okay. Immediately interrupting you, you see off to the side, there's this awful-looking woman that's very, very poor, missing teeth, and she has this little stand, and she has some food, and she's like hollering out, goes, "Please buy my food, you know, I'm poor, I need help, and I got this and that for you, some Scrabble food." You don't even know what the fuck it is. They're like, that's a thing of bullshit food, whatever.
I take my poison dagger and stab her in the head.
Just move on, or you want to stab her? Just so you can have
Mr.
thoughts
4
about what
hit
you want to
points.
do. You can have thoughts about what you want to do as an evil person, but your knowledge, intelligence tells you I'm in a foreign environment. I'm not really familiar with the laws yet, and I could be out of my league, so I may want to show us a restrained hand for. I'll figure this shit out.
I won't. Okay, I won't stab the old homeless lady in the eye.
I mean, you can't do that.
Yeah. It's
You
all
just
right.
walk by, shank her.
I don't have any money.
The
so I
gal,
can't-
the fucking drow, so hey, she's not looking behind. She might not even notice. I mean, it's up to you.
She's not gonna care. She's a drow.
She's a fucking drow. Drows don't like humans.
That's true. And she has a scratch. I don't really care. So whatever.
As long as you don't think anybody's around. Shank.
I'm not gonna stab the old lady. I don't care. She just has scraps of food, right?
Just ignore her?
Yeah, just ignore her. She's
Just
young.
fucking starve, bitch.
I also don't have any money, so it's not like I can do anything anyway.
All right. You know, you hear the same thing. And you,
Yeah, just
any reaction?
ignoring it.
Walk on. All right.
But I am hearing like a faint whisper that's like just randomly in my ear. I can't explain why, but it's part of my character and it's part of my chaotic like
Yeah.
gimmick. And it's building up. And I don't know what it is. It's just like a faint like no one else can hear but me.
It's called schizophrenia.
Don't ruin it, Charlie.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
From the area where the gal was out that you were passing by, offering some food, these two little kids, two little rugrat kids, they come running up in front of you as you're walking, right between you and the drow, female drow you were following, right up in front of you, and they look up at you like, "You're weird." Little rug kids, like 5 and 6 year old. They look old pretty face, like poor, straggling kids.
Thump. No, don't boot the children.
One boy, one girl, about a year apart. They look at you, they seem to notice you, that you look different from everybody else, and they say, "You fucking weird."
Yeah. My character, I'm too focused on what's going on right now to think straight, like focus on like anything going around me. So
Alright, on that note, you do notice that female drow has a very nice ass. It's easy to follow. So there's that. So ignore those, continue to follow her, walk them down the center of the town.
Crazy lady, bratty kids, whatever.
Ignore them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Continue on, and she's walking down. She seems to walk very fast-paced. Seems to strut her hips quite sensually. Yeah, you guys are like, "Oh, yeah." Yeah. So any of your reactions to her are penalized. Like you're going to more likely succumb to her desires, being her charisma and her particular race.
that charisma.
Anyways, she brings you right into the double doors in the bar where you guys are at. Walks in and stands with her hands on her hips like this. Seems to act like she's somebody.
Do people recognize her?
All right.
Does
Pause on
anybody-
you guys.
Yeah.
You've seen the double doors before.
We're all in the room.
And this female drow, who's all cloaked up like this, as they are, walk in, acts like she's somebody, but hands on her hips, and just kind of looks around.
I noticed it's been a minute, and I noticed that the dwarf hasn't brought back the ales. What's he doing?
Okay, so he's up there right now. He's at the front bar. He seems to be communicating with the bartender, who happens to be a female dwarf. And there's that. Kind of concludes the rest.
But he hasn't brought it
He
back.
hasn't brought it back yet.
Does it seem like he's ordered beer or ale, or has he kind of forgotten?
He seems like he's distracted by her. He
Okay.
hasn't brought it back yet.
I'm gonna stand up, calmly walk over to him, tap him on the shoulder.
Slap the shit out of him. Bring the fucking beer.
Okay, so you go over there. You're still sitting in that area then? Or standing in that area next to where his table was at?
I was just saying, that's some pretty exquisite armor you have, and he just stands up and walks away. I say, okay. I take my mug and I dip back into the shadows again.
Okay.
So I go to the guy and I tap him on the shoulder.
Okay, so he's completely infatuated with this bartender. She's a female dwarf, and she seems to be pretty busy. And he seems to be enamored with her. He's like totally fucking enamored.
Yeah.
He forgot whatever the fuck he said or
Right.
whatever.
So
He's
I-
watching her.
I look at him. Does he look at me when I tap on the shoulder?
He looks like this, misses you, looks in the wrong direction, goes back to looking at her as she's
Tap him on the shoulder again.
okay, looks the other way, looks back over here. And then he goes, oh yeah.
I look at him and I go, you know I'm a paladin. and I have special abilities. One of my special abilities is that I can show you the light that will bring you riches beyond your belief. Would you like to see the light?
He sits with his bug. He's like, he's thinking. It's like he's fucking lost in space.
Yeah.
Like you're talking to him, he's pretty fucking drunk. And things, about 90% of what he's saying is going over his head.
Okay.
He's a little far gone.
Okay, so he's not really listening, and he didn't do option 1 or 2.
He didn't. He seemed to be distracted.
So I look at him and I go, I'm going to show you the light. So I reach into my backpack
You see him reaching into his backpack.
and I pull out one of my candles and I light it with my flint and steel. And I show it to him and I go, this is the light. And I take him by the back of the head and I shove it into his eye socket.
So that's what you see.
Using my 18 strength.
And so when you guys come in, you have
Should I roll for the strength?
There.
And we're witnessing all this. I'm just a meat seed.
No, it's pretty much gonna be on. Roll
I mean,
20
paying for my thing,
one,
but
you'll
that's,
fumble.
you know.
15.
All right, easily done. Front. He's right there. Straight into the flaming candle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I just let him drop,
Not just a
wipe my hands off, or
I'll show you disappearing
I ask the
drink.
bartender for a towel.
She's pausing. She's looking over. She has like a towel in one hand, a drink in the other hand. The drink dropped,
I go, towel,
and then
please.
she hands you the towel.
I take it, I wipe my hands, I put the towel back on the bar top, I turn back around, and I sit back down at the table, staring at the bar.
What a badass.
And the female drow that brought you two in
Yeah.
observes this happening. She puts it in with her hands on her hips, watches all this shit happen, and she goes, now that's a motherfucker that we need to fucking follow.
Yeah.
She goes over, she goes, come on, boys. You following?
No.
Nope.
No,
Fuck no, I'm
He
gonna
wants
go
the
here.
poison ship.
And the poison session on fire.
First, I go to the bar. I just walk up to the bar. What do I see?
Okay. There's the female.
I'm not going to the big scary guy that stabbed a cannon in somebody's fucking
She
face.
starts heading
I'm
over.
gonna take a beat and
She
see.
makes a beeline. She seems to be
If he's-
aroused by his manly behavior.
Yeah,
She's
I
like,
follow.
I don't know if you're in a good mood or a
I
bad
follow the
mood. I mean, like,
Okay, you follow the chick.
I get it.
And he
I'm
goes
gonna
to
give
the
you
bar.
a
You say you go to the bar where that female dwarf was handing him the towel as she dropped the drink.
is she bearded?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I go up to the little female dwarf, and she works there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I ask her, so what's the deal there? What's going on with the big guy?
She pauses. She looks at you. She kind of cants her head like she's trying to look under your cloak because you kind of sort of disguise as things like this. She's like,
Well, we're inside, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I pull my hood back a little bit so she can see my
Okay.
face.
It's very, by the way, just for your knowledge, inside is like glowing low light.
Yeah.
So it's not anything like outside light.
No windows.
You what?
No windows?
A couple windows, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a little
How many
bit.
people are left in the bar after the giant paladin just smashed the dwarf's eye socket in?
About the same amount.
They all just stood there
but
and watched.
Nobody's sitting anywhere close. They further themselves out to other areas.
With a lit candle.
A few left, but if
I
you
showed
want
him
to
the
get in,
light.
so about the same
did.
amount, 15, 18 people. So you want to pour yourself a drink, or
Well, do they
Your
let me
fellow
walk
drow
behind the
followed the hot
bar?
chick?
Are they just gonna let me walk behind the bar and pour my own drink?
I mean, you can try to. if you want to.
It's your character, man. Get off your phone, King. Let's
I'm
go.
not on my phone. I'm taking notes on my character and my thing here. My phone's over there. I'll hit on bitches in a minute. Babe.
We
Hold on.
saw
Yeah, that's
ya.
right. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I gotta keep up. Yeah. So she doesn't
What's your
know.
wisdom, by the way?
27.
No, it's not.
What are you talking
It's the second time I said that.
about? 28.
29. My wisdom.
This is where I'm going to do what Matt was just talking
Dude,
about. A
your
wisdom check.
tacos?
16.
All right, make a wisdom check. -4.
D-
Means you need to roll a 12 or less.
D20.
Do you know another one of these?
16.
All right, you fail, and there are thoughts that you have that you want to do, but you're more than enamored by that hot drow.
Oh, the hot drop? No, I'm not that enamored by her.
Well, you actually are, according to that roll.
Well, she's super hot, and she's walking over there, and that's great. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to interrupt her or stop her or anything. But there's no reason why I would go against my character's desire to poison and kill people. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's just right over there talking to the big scary guy. That's fine. I'm gonna talk to the little dwarf chick and just say, hey, I would like. What do elves drink? What do we drink?
I should have done a
So,
party gift, and this
You're not thinking about the drink. Given the roll that you just did,
Well, then let me get a drink for her.
you're focusing on the hot drow.
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring her a drink. That's how it works,
All right,
man.
there's a specific. Okay, I got you. There's a specific type of drink that drows drink.
Well,
And they have it there. You ask the dwarf, do you have this type of fey wine or whatever? And she goes, yeah, we got that shit. It's very expensive, but yeah, we got it.
And while she's pouring it, I look at the pouring station area for easy access, just in case I wanted to poison somebody. I don't have any poison, but just in case I happen to get my hands on some and I wanted to poison some people, I take a quick gander behind the bar to see where would be the easiest spot to just be like,
Well, you do know that as a drow, and you're evil, and you know about humans, the drow type of wine, if given to humans, is toxic.
oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, and you're thinking about that right now.
Take some extra ones. Okay.
So there's that.
We get bottles of it?
What a lot of money.
Like to take with us? Like a mile or something?
Oh yeah.
You have to ask them how much they have. It's pretty expensive.
We'll get there. We'll get a couple drinks. I'm thinking if that's a poison to humans, then fuck yeah, let's do that. Fuck yeah, I want poison to humans.
Hey, big old I bought you a drink.
Walter, I got you a small shot.
Apple juice.
All right.
Off camera, so you don't get pulled.
Where's my apple juice?
Here's your apple juice.
We're having some apple juice, everybody. So the camera's guilds doesn't knows.
I went back
So
to
you ordered the fey wine?
Woo! Okay,
I went back to the stream where Jen
So,
where I
when
passed
that
out on the
happened,
stream, and sure
the
enough,
drow elf
it's
that's
still on
leading
the
these
stream.
two drow
And then
is different than the high elf that stood behind him with the bow. The elf was standing
Yeah, very different.
He was a high elf.
That's it. It goes
just a
on
high
for
up, yeah.
4 hours.
So there's
It's just-
drow
yep.
and high elf.
And
Yeah,
did I,
grabs the bells, yeah.
do I recognize what tribe she's from or anything?
Do not recognize.
Okay. So she
She
has no
sees that he
insignia.
knows you. As far as you can read, she just seems to kind of be creeping in, listening to what's going on, seems to be nosy.
She stood up,
That's what
and then
you
he
said.
stood up, and she went like this. So when I stood back from the table and watched what was happening, where was she? Did I look at her, or I mean, was she?
She was in the background and slowly kind of moved in. And as he sat down, she kind of moved in. It was kind of leaning in to figure out, like, what's going on at this table? I kind of want to be a part of it. It's
Back
kind of-
in?
That's your read.
When he sat back down.
Right when he sat back down, yeah.
Okay, so then she walked over to look, and I walk up to her, and I say, "Well, that was exciting. Do you know this guy? Do you know who this is?"
Her eyes light up. She goes, no, but I would love to. Buy me a drink. And she's like, rubbing her hips like this, like very sensuous.
She asked me if I want to buy her a drink.
No, she goes, well, any of you guys. He's not really looking at her.
He's
talking
sitting
to her,
right. We're standing behind him.
now. What's up?
but she's like looking at you now because she's more behind him.
Right.
She's like, you gentlemen want to buy me a drink? She's kind of like doing this kind of thing, kind of be seductive.
I say, well, maybe you can ask him if he wants to buy you, but I have to talk to him first, so can you just hold on a second?
Backs up, puts folds her arms, stands there.
Sounds good. And then I sit to his right this time, but right here. If he's at the table like this, I sit here. And I say, so as I was saying, it's some really exquisite armor you have on there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And there's a very, very positive aroma from
And
perfume.
I must say,
For her? So she's trying to attract us.
I was pretty impressed with your ability to get out of the situation and not be seen. I'm assuming you have the skills of sneakiness.
Yeah, they call me Captain Sneaky. No, I don't say that. I say,
I assume you're a thief?
you know, I was sent here from a particular group of people to find
I like the idea of being a thief. And
you
really
in
being a thief.
particular
Who sent
to
you?
help. And I say, as low as possible, the Black Hand.
Yes. Then my service is yours.
Good, because I can't really remember if they gave me the mission to give to you or if they gave you the mission to give to me.
I love it. I love it.
I look at you and I go, well, you came to me.
Okay. So let's have this drink and see what this hooker to your left wants. 'Cause I think she's trying to fucking rub all that snail trail on your leg over there. So why don't you deal with it? Because I really don't care right now about that. I have more important things. And by the way, even being an elf, I want to let you know, 3 drow just walked into the bar, and this is not a joke.
I'm aware. I did see them.
Matt, you have an innate ability to detect good, right?
Yes.
Okay. As he's talking and you're thinking and listening, you detect the odor of good in the exact vicinity, really holy good of what that chick's at.
Within them.
The wizard girl?
That
Or the drow
gal
chick?
that was standing behind him, the real hot chick.
The one with the elven bow?
Yes.
Is she still behind me?
Yes. Just well, she's
She's
a
like
little
right
further
here.
back because he's like kind of like stand down. You go way over there. She's like, "Hmm." So she kind of backs off a little bit more. It's like she's waiting to be invited or something.
Right.
You detect a very good aura about her,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast enlarge.
which
on
is
something.
unusual. What's your intelligence?
I'm the bartender.
Intelligence check.
But to know.
Would it be a wisdom check?
No, intelligence.
Okay. 6.
Okay.
No, 3.
3. Your intelligence tells you it's a little unusual that they're so good because most elves, according to your knowledge, are neutral based, and she radiates very good.
Okay. I get the feeling you kind of view the world the way I do. And I can tell you this.
I gestured towards the dead dwarf with the candle in his eye, and I'm like, I don't. Maybe not exactly the same.
Damn it.
What's your alignment?
Chaotic evil.
Oh no, you would love that.
No. I'm just not strong enough to
Son
do
of a
that.
bitch.
So maybe not exactly the same, as forceful as you did
As you're
that.
talking about it, you look over, and you're like, he's there, he's rubbing his eyes, like, oh, motherfucker,
Should I have lit the other end?
You could have lighted his farts on fire for all I care, but that, as fantastic as that was, I was trying not to attract attention because of what I am here for.
And before you tell me this, without looking at her, do you see that female elf that's standing off to the side that's not with the group of drows that walked in? One with the bow?
Yeah, the one that was just rubbing up and down on your leg?
She's a very good intent.
Okay.
She may be a harper.
Well, it's broad daylight. Do you want to kill her? You want to get the fuck out of here?
Let's see what she has to say, but before you say anything about why you're here to see me, maybe we should keep that on the down low, because we don't want somebody like that to overhear what you're saying.
What are you doing? You're at the bar now?
I got my drinks for me
You
and
went
my
to the table.
lady, and I'm
What's your
figuring
two
out how to
drinks?
poison
What's your
people.
favorite?
So,
2 of them?
Walter,
The drown one, yeah.
Okay.
Walter,
Alright.
I told him that I don't want him, like maybe we should wait before he tells me the reason he's here, before the elf that I detect good from
Yeah.
is not within earshot.
Okay.
The best.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, that's good.
This guy, there's a female drow that comes that you had noticed.
You're kind of mid-range. Like I
These
want.
two drow,
We're good.
all cloaked
I can
like
be
this,
this
with the heads down.
Pump that.
Oh no.
They're able to lift the cloaks up a little bit because it's very dimly lit inside. They're kind of relieved from the outside light. And then this female drow elf and him, directly behind her, comes walking over barely to make a direct beeline towards her table. And the female drow seems to be walking with all this confidence and like that, looks directly at you, and she's like, like that. He peels off and goes toward the bar, the other drow.
Okay,
Now
but
has
you're
to drink
with
some-
her.
What does he do?
Yeah, I followed
Right
her
behind her.
because
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on, right? I just walked in, he saw what was going on, and he's like, fuck that, I'm going to the bar. And I'm just like, I saw chaos, I'm kind of gonna go see what's that all about, right? 'Cause
Okay.
I don't fear pain, I love it, right? I studied it for years, right?
I'm sure he notices the candle sticking out of the dwarf's eye.
It intrigued me greatly.
So did you see my guy do it?
Yeah.
So then
Oh,
my
we
guy
saw
must
it,
intrigue
yeah.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
Cause,
Okay.
Now,
cause
what you see
you caused
You're at
pain,
the bar.
and I'm kind
The
of like,
dwarf
oh, I've never seen that form of
that
pain
he
before,
slammed his
right?
face into
Yeah.
the candle,
I'm just kind of,
and he's like,
I'm used to enjoying it, not
person.
seeing it
He's
done.
rubbing his eyes,
right?
he's closing his
Yeah.
own
I
eyes.
haven't
Okay.
had that done to me,
And he
so
looks
that's
over in
like,
his
whoa, what
direction.
is that?
Yeah.
So I'm
Fucking
just
kill you.
following to
Guy
see
with
what
the
it's
dwarf.
all about.
It's like,
but I
literally
don't,
right in front of
I
you.
don't have like
You want to say
I
anything?
don't have high enough charisma to just go up and be like, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. I'm just kind of like,
He's about to
Yeah.
walk.
I'm only 13, so
Oh,
I'm
I
just kind
know.
of like,
Can I
right,
cast
yeah,
the spell
That's not bad.
Grease
13's not bad.
13's
there.
really good. It's better than mine.
right below the
Sure
dwarf?
can.
I might have to charm
I would
you.
like to cast a
Yeah,
spell.
also like a spell. Especially when he's drunk.
future reference, I have
I'm
plus
gonna
4
cast a little
intimidate
puddle of
if I
grease
try to
right where that
intimidate,
little dwarf's
and then
about
if
to-
they try to
about to
intimidate
go.
me, it's minus
Okay.
4.
Just for
Okay.
expediency,
Just a
do an
random
initiative roll to
perk.
see if you get it out before
Okay.
you lose that direction. So
That's nice to
roll
know
your
because
initiative.
that could come in
D10.
handy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's first level spell. You're just going to add 1 to that roll.
10.
All right, so 10. What's your? You have a dex modifier? You got a high dex?
My dex is 16.
All right, so I think it's ratchet just for +1. It's back down to 9. All right, so well, he's drunk. I just headed in that direction. Okay, so you actually take the initiative over him. The dwarf that you slammed in the candle, something like that, he's rubbing his shit out for a couple rounds. Comes to, he's holding one eye, and he's now angry, making a beeline towards you.
Well, it went into his eye socket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he's like, he's holding this like this. He's really fucking angry.
Don't worry, I got you.
He's
bro.
right next to him. He goes up to get drinks, and he notices this dwarf. He's cursing himself to make a beeline towards you.
I kind of look. I'm not moving. I just look over with
Wait.
my eyes and I see it happening.
Just wait for it.
And then he decides to employ some magic. Throws
You should light your
field of
cigarette
grease
off the
right
candle.
at the guy dwarf's footing. So,
So is he sliding towards me?
well, let's
I take out my other candle. And as
Let
he's
me do a
sliding
dex check.
toward me, I shove it into his other eye.
Let me do a dex check. He actually made it so he's not having the maximal negative effect. He still slips and he's sliding, but he's not like
Does he
totally.
go? Does he go
lost his
down
balance.
Well-
to the ground?
I look at what's your character's name?
So he slips
Darren.
and falls. He's on the
What's it?
ground. and
Darren
he's
Luck.
slowly
Darren?
sliding your
Darren Luck.
direction.
Darren Luck.
That's what happens.
Darren Luck. And I pull out another candle.
As he's
Would you
slowly
like to do the
sliding in their
honors?
direction, trying to get up,
Shit.
I just walk past him.
prefer to just split.
To
I look over at you. Would you like to do the
Sorry,
honors?
sucks to be you, bro. And I
I
go,
kind of do.
and I go
And I light the candle for you. Hey,
Yeah.
woman, creature, and I hand her a drink as the little dwarf comes sliding slowly by.
Walter.
you see him.
Well, this is what we do.
Alright.
I looked at him,
Encourage
I
drink.
pull out another candle, and I go, would you like to do the honors? And he goes, I kind of don't. And then I looked at his character, because he was standing by the table, and I go, would you like to do the honors? And he goes, I'm Mr. Meesey, I kind of do. And so I light it, and then I hand it to him.
And then I attempt to shove the candle in the eye.
So what you see is him walking with 2 drinks. He just threw this grease spell down. This dwarf just going that direction. He let a platform of grease. The dwarf falls back. Is sliding slowly, like directly towards his table, right? And he's walking a little faster than that. He's like, yeah. As he walks into the 2 drinks, hands one to the female drow, keeps one in his hand, And you have a candle in your hand, right?
Yeah.
You're sitting off to the side.
The
and you're
dwarf is
sitting there
slowly sliding up next to
patiently
me.
just watching everything.
Yeah.
And then the left is the female drow who looks over and sees this dwarf sliding across the floor in your direction. She sticks her leg out like this, her very sexy leg. And as he comes in like this, he's sliding. It goes right across his face like that. And so he's like this.
Attack of opportunity for Misi.
Yeah. So he's on the floor. He's got kicked in the face, so he's like kind of stunned.
All right. So I use.
And by the way, he's holding his one side of his eye. 'Cause
No, well, you didn't hear the
Fuck it up.
conversation we had. Sorry, we were talking while you were talking.
Right. Yeah.
He basically took the candle out and said, I think I'm going to do the other eye. Handed it to me, said, do you want to do it? I said, I think I'm
You have it
okay
now,
right
right?
now. Then he asks him, hey, do you want to do it? And he goes, I think I do. So he took the candle, and as the dwarf is sliding slowly towards him, he's got the candle in his hand.
Okay.
And then I.
Stick it in his eye.
Yes, I do.
It's easily done because the female drow just knocked his head back, just stuck her leg out like this. So he's like finishing out his slide, landing at the table, the legs of the table, and he's like he's drunk and he got knocked back, kicked, so he's kind of like stunned. So
I stand up and I go to the bar, and then I take 2 olives and I walk back to the dwarf and I put him on the tips of the candle, and I stand the guy up, I pick him up and I put him on the chair, and then I grab him by his jaw and I go, look at me! I am the dwarf that wanted to fight the big guys! I am dead now! What am I going to do? And then I just stop and I put him back, and then I sit back down.
So all that happens. He does that. Dwarf's very slow to react, and he's a little bit stunned. So he does it without even rolling for anything. Puppets him, makes a fool of him. Then you notice, as he just finishes that, you notice these 3 other dwarves, apparently are part of his crew. They come over and they see that their buddy's being embarrassed, so they all come over.
He should be
situated
dead
in
by
armor.
now.
"Rah, you don't fuck with our guy like that." The 3 half-drunk dwarves that come over now to challenge you all.
Can I roll again to hide in shadows?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, left to right.
He's like,
what are we doing?
I just wanted to pass a message.
Bryce.
I'm just here.
I'm not something.
3 more dwarves come over for intentional melee.
I
25.
I don't really care. I'm like, I go to the hot drow chick. And I just
Sit
sit
down.
down to yeah.
Sit there and drink.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up, babe? What's going on?
I rolled a 25.
Alright.
I made it.
And you did
As far as the dwarves know, they don't know that I have anything to do with any of this shit.
Correct.
And so,
So-
it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
so you can opt out.
I'm gonna hit on the.
I wanted to
The hot
use I wanted to try to intimidate them to back off from the
Oh, you're
fight.
gonna do a bowling mode, right?
Yeah. So I'm
Nice.
gonna say, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. You don't want to do that right now, or you're gonna end up dead, just like a
All
cow
right,
here.
Roll your charisma check.
Let's see.
+4 because you're intimidation mode.
Which one?
Be a
20-sided.
sider.
This one.
Gotta roll your charisma or less.
Oh yeah.
All right. Pretty successful. You did a good show of it. So you stand up and you're like,
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. You don't want to do that. You're
yeah,
gonna
you
end up like a
fuckers don't
cow
want to do
here.
this. You want to beat your chest or anything like that, or draw a weapon.
He's
or
just
anything.
he's just like he's whipping the Morning Star in the air like this viciously, but his erratic behavior makes it look like he's legit someone you don't want to mess with, because even if you try to fight him, doesn't look like it'll affect him personally much.
Yeah. Do you speak dwarf by any chance?
Are you covered in scars from self-mutilation?
No.
Okay.
No, just perfect, like
Maybe not yet.
like a shiny glow, kind of like almost like a rubber
Okay.
consistency.
Yeah.
But it looks shiny, but it's not. It's just
It's like
regular.
synthetic almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So as the dwarves come up and they intend to go melee, he stands up immediately and tries to bully them and swinging his Morning Star. The dwarves all pause and look at him like, "What the fuck is this guy?" What do you do?
I rolled the hide in shadows. I rolled a 25.
Okay.
My
what's
hide
your-
in
what's your
shadows
chance?
is 20. It's 20%.
Okay. Without any modifier, if you get a +5, they're not paying attention.
Do I have
to
a
you.
modifier?
You generally modify. I'll give you a +5 because they're not paying attention to you.
Do I have a
You're not
modifier?
standing out. No, I'm just giving you
No.
a modifier
Okay.
because of the situation. Because they're not paying attention to you. You're not standing out. So.
Okay, and I try to go to the back, and if the bar is here and all this shit's going on, and they came from the side of his friend, that means I'm gonna work my way around
Positioning for a backstab.
behind the girl and behind the trio. That's my hide in shadows, and then my movement is what, 30 feet or
Get
whatever.
a nice look at her ass as you're swinging on the backside,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, check it out. Nice ass.
All right, and then
I bounce a quarter off it as I walk by.
and you see the boys come out, go to melee. He jumps up like, motherfucker, I'll fucking whip your ass. And they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
I stand up with the table, and I hold the table out this way so the four legs are facing towards them. I bum rush them, pin them up, and I'm going to pin them up against the wall to where they're all inside of the table. Then I'm going to take my sword and shove it through the table into where it connects to the wall, and it locks them inside of the table.
How many rolls is that? Gonna make a strength check for the table.
Flip the table, and then trying to push him against the wall. And then you go with your sword?
Pierce.
Pierce it through the table into the wall.
Oh, it's a pin in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm not trying to kill him.
All right, so
Now the first guy deserved death because he didn't do. I gave him a chance. But these guys, I understand, are defending his buddy, so they're getting a chance by me not trying to kill him right now. So I'm just trying to subdue him.
okay, so they are paused by what he did. You flip the table. At that point, when you go to push them against, we'll do a combat round. So we'll do an initiative roll. For those who engage in melee, you're not engaging in melee.
We're doing 10 or 20 sided.
You can if you want. Oh, you're disadvantaged. You're moving around.
Yeah, a movement.
Okay, so it's going to be you and him. You're
Yeah.
going to roll initiative.
Okay. What?
And you have your Morning Star. So
Which
your
one's the-
speed factor on the Morning Star is going to add to your initiative roll.
Sure.
I think it's like 5 or 6 or something like that, right?
So which die is?
The initiative roll is going to be D10. Your first initiative roll, Matt, no modifier because you're not using your sword. The very
Right,
first one.
yeah.
So
The
just
second
standard
one's the
initiative.
sword.
Right.
Yeah.
So just standard initiative.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
You're gonna roll two?
Come on, play Dungeons and Dragons. You drove all this way.
I'm not in the melee fight. Why? I'm not fighting with you guys. I don't even. I walk in. He shoves a candle in the dwarf's face. I don't know that guy. I know the hot drow chick that's sitting next to me who I'm having a drink with while you
Who got
guys
the one?
I could kill some things.
You did.
What? Why would I get
Who's
involved?
on your
Star, right?
phone?
Yeah.
You are tied with them. They all have axes. You have a Morning Star. However, they're not going to use their axes. They're just going to go melee. So they're gonna punch. Are you using the Morning Star? Because you were flinging it.
Yeah. I was flinging in the air earlier
I
when
didn't
I was
think
trying to
You're going to
intimidate.
clever
nail these
message.
guys because they're intending to go melee with y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not using any weapons. They'll go a little bit faster. So the 3 of them are going to go and choose between the targets between the 2 of you.
Okay.
So I'm going to take
Do not hit X on that one. I want some
one
missing
die on
stat
you.
check.
I
Two on
just
him.
rolled up.
Okay. So what's your armor class?
That's I like
5.
that one. I mean, come on, that's not bad, right? Come on.
Hey, it says great sex. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That's it. Well, I'll just say anything about a great thing about. Oh yeah.
All right.
No, that,
So the 2
that's
dwarves,
great.
even though they have axes on, they're not drawing their axes. They just go to punch at you. They're a little bit inebriated too, so they have a small penalty to their attack. So one of them completely swings, you're able to dodge him like this. Another guy, just like he glances off the side of your shoulder like this, hits your armor, it has no effect.
But you love it because you love pain.
And the third guy goes after you, and you have an armor class of a 3.
3.
I go. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right,
He's
so
trying.
he comes at you.
Ooh,
and you can see
he's
his jump, he's
trying.
coming, he comes at you and just swings like this.
He tries to
Throw
punch
fists,
zero effect.
and you just like
Ooh,
push his
he's
hand
trying.
Okay.
Just holding the little dwarf back.
My turn?
and it's he rolled the 1, so he goes and then you go.
Okay. Misi.
They both strike at you, no effect. And one guy on him.
So attack again.
I yell out to Macy.
Would do something.
Hey, I yell out to Macy. Hey Macy, how about a bet? Who can inflict the most pain buys the other one a shot?
Mr. Meeseeks replies with a big grin. Ooh yeah!
At the end of this combat round, you're in position to backstab one of the dwarves.
Perfect.
You're still sitting down drinking?
Well, if my clanmate's getting involved, I mean, I don't want to get like.
I mean, there's a bond going with me seeing my character already.
I've got. I mean, I can throw a magic missile. I mean, like I can barely do first level spells, even though I have an intelligence level of 20,
You could.
and my spell level should
Or you
be
could just
9.
like, when one of them is like, falls to the ground as a daisy, you could just finish them off or something. Or put them in a headlock or something.
stab.
There's always that. Pretty easy. If they're already down on the
I mean,
ground.
I am going full blown evil. I'm evil. Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing?
All right, so first off, he grazed my shoulder, barely hit, right?
One missed it,
And
one grace off your shoulder, but no effect.
no effect.
Can't do
And then
Oh no.
They're
so now it's my
drunk, so
turn,
they're
right?
penalizing all their attacks.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I swing my Morning Star backwards for a full attack.
Okay.
Full, like I'm swinging it like this, and I'm
What's
scaring
supposed to
them.
can't
Then
do?
they hit, miss hit, and then they graze hit, right? And then I go like that, kind of like a half moon thing.
All right. So roll your Thaco. Tell me, figure out what armor class you hit.
I'm gonna push these away so Doug
They're
doesn't.
wearing banded now, by the way.
So the 10 again.
20 cider.
20. Okay. All right.
Two.
Two.
We need to do
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't think so.
You
just-
swing, and there's no contact.
Nope.
Bad
Do
swing.
you laugh and say that was on purpose?
No,
And you're
he's just
moving in
laughing.
for a backstab. Nobody's paying attention to you. They're
Yeah.
melee.
Are
You
you
got
rolling-
a
is
nice
initiative
fine
still?
line coming
Yeah.
up right behind one of the guys.
Okay,
and it's your
I'd
turn.
like to do magic missile.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a
I
whole bunch of
grab
spells I can't do
the drawer.
because they're on the wrong side.
That's
of
right
the
next
thing,
to me.
so I'm
That
trying to
swung
figure out
and
what's
missed. I drop the table when as soon as he does that.
Do
so
the hex
I was starting
spell.
to pick it up, I just drop it.
Okay.
Instant action,
Is
just
that a
drop
level
it.
1 spell?
But I let it fall on its
I
back,
do magic
on
missile.
the top, so the legs are sticking up.
Go.
Grab him. I pull out my sword as I grab him, and I slice the wood of the table leg, kind of like at an angle to where it's sharp, and I pick him up and I just Vlad the Impaler him, butt first on top of the table leg, and just shove him down as hard as I can.
All right. Let's with great chance of success roll to grab him effectively.
Strength check.
You're really not going to do it if you roll particularly low.
Miss the strength check. Get it.
11.
No. Okay. All right. You got it. So you grabbed him, and you want to slice the
Yes.
the leg. All right. So make a hit roll on that.
19.
All right. Easily done.
Where does magic missile
And-
on the disc?
All right. So that's all done, and you want to
Just
put him down.
Vlad the Impaler, sit him down on top, just all the way through to where the spike goes like through his skull.
Okay, make a hit roll on that. See how accurate he falls on it.
16.
All right, he falls on it, and we're gonna do damage on him. It went through his armor. We're gonna put it in it.
Does he have butt armor?
His banded.
Okay. I have butt armor.
That's the first thing I'm putting armor on.
But
Especially around my guy.
Yeah, I would say my butt, my genitals.
You'll be sitting next to a hot chick in the bar, you see this happen. First thing I'm doing is I'm getting butt armor.
I'm getting butt armor.
So you guys see him
That's
reach out,
why I
grab
wear
this
butt
dwarf
armor.
by the neck like this, and then with his other hand, nicely cleaves off the leg of the table at an angle, and then just slams it right over and impales him like a smooth move. Everything was
Like a
perfectly-
sitting position.
The guy's like goes right through his fucking open area of his armor. He said, "Oh!"
Ooh.
I point at you. I go, so far I'm winning.
Who's attacking? Well, I've been skipped, man. Who's attacking him?
Two, right?
We
They
didn't
missed
Now,
attack.
after
They-
seeing
the round
that,
was
do the
dwarves
other
in
dwarves do
There's
anything?
two dwarves.
Do they
attack.
run?
That's
do they
why.
have to roll a fear
Which
check,
one is going to
or-
cause you the most pain?
I'll
No,
get
we
to
need
that
to roll
in a
initiative
second.
again.
Once he goes, I'll get
It
to that.
went
now.
dwarves and them. I
So it's your turn.
I'm
repositioned.
going to do a magic missile, but I want to do the one that's going to do the least amount of pain to him, because I know he likes it. so which one looks...
Well, magic missile is like a homing missile, so it'll go to your
So
target.
there's two guys. He just
I actually know who to aim at.
seems to wipe out the guy that was on him, impaled him through the table leg.
I'm not
There's
going
two
back.
guys on him.
I know, that's what I'm asking. Which
Okay.
one of the guys on him
There's two
is
on
going
him.
to cause him the most pain?
You can't really tell. They both have axes behind their backs, but they're not deploying them. They're just going fist.
All right, well,
And
then
he has his weapon out.
I magic missile the closest one then.
Okay. That's going to be D4 plus 1. All right, so, all right. You can choose one of them randomly. There's no distinction between the two of them, so it's just going to be one of them. D4 plus 1 damage. It's going to be an automatic hit. It's going to be 3 points. All right, so yeah, it's a little bit less than half. All right, so the two guys that were on you that swung at you, one of them, he pops up and he goes, does this little hand movements, this little magical arrow shoots out. One guy goes, boom, oh, like that. Hits one of them. He's still standing. He's,
I do
he's
like
injured,
this.
but- It's like
I'm gonna miss it right in the
all
eye.
right, anybody else going to be engaged in combat? Everybody going to be in combat?
We all.
Well, now
going
that
for
my boy's in
initiative.
it, yeah. Me and
Going for
Mr.
initiative?
Meeseeks go down.
Okay, so quick, let me make a morale check for these guys. Give me 2 seconds. And let's see. When did that happen? He's got magic at use. Miss, he doesn't see it. Okay. Oh, they made it. They're still sticking in combat. They don't know that you're there.
A true dwarf.
Right.
Yeah, they got one guy who got hit off the two guys. Still, they have pretty good morale. Even though one of them was injured, one of them needs to be taken out. They're still in it. They're still in the round of combat. So
Do we
this
roll for
time they're
initiative
drawing
or
their
we stay-
axes.
So we all roll
Serious.
for new initiative, right?
New initiative.
We're rolling
Whatever
20
weapon
or-
you have, add that to initiative. roll.
What are we rolling?
D10,
Okay.
and then your weapon has a speed
What,
factor.
you want
just
us
add
to
that.
declare intent first? Intent?
Yes.
Oh.
So you just did magic missile last round. So what are you going to do this round, Bryce? What would you like to do this round?
I got my floating
injured one of them.
disc. Yeah,
He seemed to have wiped out another one on a stake.
I need either a magic missile or a floating disc and just lift one up and just slam him into the ceiling.
Okay, so your spell use is up.
What?
You'd already used 2 spells at first level.
I only used
You had the
the one
bonus.
spell.
You used 2, the grease and now the magic missile.
Oh, that is two.
So what you need to do is after
This is
study-
Dungeons and Dragons.
This is Dungeons
You need to
and
study up a
Dragons.
little bit. So
In that case,
anything other than the spell use.
Hey, wait, is the
Use your brain.
drow wine poisonous to dwarves?
Make an intelligence check, and I'll answer that. With a 20. The only way you're gonna fail is if there's a penalty.
Wait, isn't it here? Where is it? I thought I saw my 20. 20-sided die, please. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Got one?
Yeah. 13.
You are aware that the Fey wine that you have is toxic to all outside of the elven race. Humans in particular, but all others as well. Just to a lesser degree.
My intention is to just throw my ship into the closest dwarf's face. And when he does this, take out my dagger and just stab him a bunch.
Okay.
Stab it!
Alright, that's your intent, and what do you intend to do?
I'm
You got
gonna-
one injured dwarf in front of you, another one that's untouched.
I'm gonna try.
They're both pulling for their axes now.
I'm gonna try to finish off the hurt one. The
Okay.
one that's
With
already
your
been-
morning star, right?
With my morning star, yes.
Alright.
Who's the hurt one?
The one he hit with magic missile.
Nice
I
through his
wanna make-
nose.
I want to make an appraisal check to see which of the two healthier dwarves has anything on them, because that's the one I want to approach.
Does it work like that?
Yeah. You want to look at them like you're looking at them to see if they have
Yeah,
something
you can
more
do an
valuable?
appraisal. Yes, that's one of the things I can do. I can appraise and I know the value of what they have. If anything has it, like if they have nothing, one of them has something that's just a little bit better, and that's the one I'm gonna try to.
Well, you're
walk
looking
up.
at dwarves, and they fucking love gems.
Yeah.
And by the way, as they're drawing their axes, one in particular, the one that was not wounded, seems to have a gem and braided battle axe.
That's
He's
the one I'm
drawing
gonna
it.
go behind,
Okay.
and I'm gonna walk up behind him and say, but when I raise my hand, I have my cloak with me, so no one by the bar can see that I have my rapier. It's a very thin blade, and I go, nice axe. That's what I'm gonna do.
You gonna target that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're gonna do what?
My guy reaches down,
He's not quite dead
flips
yet.
the table over with him still on it,
Yeah.
and then sits back down and drinks his beer while leaning on the table.
Guys, oh! His last life.
That's what he does.
Okay.
What are you doing?
We got 2.
I'm gonna try to finish off the hurt one.
The hurt one. Okay, good, yeah.
Because my Morning Star doesn't deal too much damage, but it might.
Okay, everybody gets to go first.
So
They have a
throw the
slow
line.
round. Plus, they're drawing their axes, so that slowed them down a little further. All right, so
Oh wait,
Bryce.
we roll for
Go.
initiative. We need to roll for
Still,
initiative.
roll your initiatives.
What do I need to roll?
You already stated your intent, so roll your initiative to see where you land on the
I got a 1.
spectrum of who's going first.
Percentage stuff?
Do I have a bonus to initiative?
You have a dex bonus. Then you
1d5, right?
I do. So
2.
you need a D10.
reaction
not a
bonus
D8.
plus 2, so I have a -1.
Where's my d10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's my
And
d10?
I have a 1, so it's a
Two,
minus.
two. Where's my
Yeah, you
d10?
take off.
Okay.
I got 7.
You got 7?
Where's my d10? It's Glavy. Oh wait, there it is.
In the heart of the dog. And tomorrow he glares
8.
too.
Okay, and you're
Do
doing.
we need to write this down?
Ha! Stab, stab, stab.
Yeah. What were you throwing at him? The wine.
The
right?
wine. I'm throwing the wine in his
What'd you
face and then
roll?
I'm gonna stab him.
Okay, so that'll go for that. And then what did you get, Charlie?
I got a -1.
All right. He's sitting back down. Okay, so you go first.
Then I
What
go.
was your initiative?
5.
He goes.
So I go
You
first?
go, and you go last. Right before the dwarves. They go last.
So I say, that's a really nice axe. And I 14,
Oh, nice hit,
18,
All right, and what is the regular? Was it D6 or something?
1d6 plus 3.
What's the plus 3 for?
Because, what did we decide?
He gets a on the rapier. It automatically, when it shows the dice and the damage, like in the weapons chart, it says 1d4 plus 1 and 1d6 plus 1. So the rapier automatically gets a +1 damage.
Okay. Then what's the plus 2?
1d6 plus
He
3.
put a +1 +2 in
Weapons.
weapon
Yes.
special, not specialization,
Okay.
but proficiency.
Okay,
Yeah.
so D6 plus 3
Yeah.
times 3.
2.
Plus 6, that's 5.
5.
Times 3 is going to be 15,
15,
points
yeah.
of damage. Yeah. You do exactly how you intended. You come up behind him. He's pulling out his axe. He's ready to strike. And you're like, what did you say to him?
I said, nice axe.
Nice axe. And
It's a really nice axe.
Right through it.
He said ass. He said ass.
Right now.
Nice ass. Straight in the
The
asshole.
people around you think you said something else, but it fucking fucks his world up.
Yeah, it
Shake
does.
right through.
No pooping
Fucking
for that
axe
guy.
falls back. Oh!
I want to catch his axe and I want to try to hide it in my cloak and drag it away and watch what's next.
Okay.
I pick up the table. I make it on my strength check. I flip it over with him still on it. Lean up against it with some of my weight as I just sit back and just drink my ale. And I observe what's happening.
On the dead one or the live one?
The one that's impaled.
Oh, the one's impaled. Okay.
Okay.
So one's impaled. I just killed another one. Did I kill
He's
it?
at the corner of the leg. That's
Yeah.
kind of leaning because it was half cut off.
Yeah.
He's still impelled on. He's like squirming, blood spurting up.
Yeah. And he puts it back upside and leans on it.
Well, he's like impaled on it.
He's right here.
And I picked it up and I put it back like
Yeah.
that. And so now his shoulders are on the ground
Yeah.
with the impaled. Yeah.
So he's right here. Okay.
Yeah.
And now there's one weak and one left. All
So
right.
it's your turn next, Bryce.
Smash! Smash!
No, Misi's next.
No, I'm last. I'm right before the
You're right
dwarf.
before the dwarf.
Oh, and I raise my foot and use his face as a footrest.
I was wondering if you were going to do that.
Yes.
You rolled a 7. You rolled a 7.
And I kind of like,
You rolled an 8.
as I'm sitting.
You never seen this,
Go
right?
next.
Notice
Yeah,
I
he
have not
goes
pulled
next.
out my sword.
It's,
He rolled a 7. Bryce rolled an 8, so he goes next.
Yeah, I had an 8.
Yeah, he rolled a
I thought I
7,
went-
so he goes next.
But
Unless
you're using
the
a
dwarf-
Morning Star, right?
yeah, Morning Star.
Okay. So you're running a little bit behind him. You have to add the speed factor of the weapon you use.
Right.
And all I'm doing is I'm gonna throw
Wine.
wine into the guy that you're about to whack
It's a
in the
negative
face.
speed
and then I'm
factor.
gonna poke him.
Line on him, and you want to poke him after that, right?
Yeah. The
And
poison.
so-
I'm trying to hit him in the eyes.
He just killed one,
Yeah.
and there's another one that's remaining that's injured.
That's the one I'm aiming
The
for.
one you magic missile last
Yeah.
round. All right, make a hit roll for your. Let's do the wine first to see if it hit. Before you get a chance to hit it, you have to fuck it pretty bad. Your dex bonus is going to apply because it has to do with your aim.
+1. Missile +1.
Yeah, we're going to add that.
What am I aiming for? I have my dexterity 16. So I need
Armor
to roll-
class 10 minus any dex that he might have. So he's going to have. All you need to do is hit an armor class of 10.
So I need to roll above or below a 10.
Roll it and I'll tell you. It's going to be easy.
19.
That's easy. Yeah, it's on my hit. So you throw the wine on him, it lands right on him. And then
Well, I was
you-
aiming for his face, like his eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, trying. So he was like,
And you want to do a follow-up dagger check?
Yeah, I'm just stab.
Okay, that's going to go at the end of the round. Moving to you.
Reese's.
I threw poison in his face and I was stabbing him in the eye.
One just got shanked by him. He finished off the other one. He threw wine on one's face. And his dagger in his hand.
I'm trying to fucking hit his ass again. Aiming for the head though. Like, I'm aiming for like, whack, right? Like I'm using the momentum from my first hit that I missed, right? And all this stuff is happening, I'm imagining, right? So like he's doing that with the guy who's like flipping him around. This guy just threw, all that's happening, right? So while all that's happening,
So just so you know, like if you're aiming for a specific body part, there's a little less chance of hitting, but there's a greater chance of doing more damage.
Right.
If you do the hit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a give and take.
right?
As always.
So that's
Thank you to
that's
you
what
guys.
I'm just gonna bite the bullet, try
Okay.
for that. D20.
Yes, D20. He has a helmet, so that's a factor into his armor class too, and he's bended now.
Okay. 5.
Was this your roll? Right?
That one is.
Yeah. Okay. You wind up missing him.
Again.
He sees your strike coming in. He's able to.
Oh wait, no,
dodge
that's 15.
it. No, I saw a 5.
That's 15.
No, I was looking at a 5.
Okay.
So you want to swing his way. He sees it coming. He winds up ducking. This is by a couple inches. All right. So he's the last person to go.
So I missed
Blaze got
again.
killed. There's two killed. All right. So that's an automatic morale fail check right there.
So what?
So he automatically failed his morale because he just lost 2 buddies.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, he's bailing. So what he
He's sad
does,
because we stabbed him in the face and then stabbed him in the face again.
he
has
puts
a
his
camera
axe,
put through
his axe
head.
back, and it's this little harness thing. He grabs his drunken buddy that you guys were fucking with before that was on the ground from his grease spell, and he's dragging him towards the exit. And he's like
He's just waving by.
waving like, "Please don't, no further. I call it quits. We're out."
Drop your gold!
Did you take the guy's
And he's
axe?
injured by
I
it.
got the guy's axe.
Okay. He stole the axe before he left,
From
right?
the
I shoot the guy with a
Okay.
crossbow.
You got a crossbow?
Yeah.
You got a crossbow? Yes, I do.
I hold my cloak up like this with the battle axe right here, and I'm all.
Okay, so rethink that, because as he grabs his buddy on the ground and heads towards the exit, the other 2 guys are dead. Incoming, you see coming through the entrance area are 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7 guards. Boom, boom, boom. Full plate, pole arms. You can't take it. They'll come in like, "We got someone, what's going on?" And they see the dwarf. He's dragging his buddy on the ground who's injured. He's heading down towards the exit. He's like, "Oh." 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards coming. Arms in full plate. And they're assessing what's going on. They're looking around like, who's hurt, who's got their weapons out, what's going on here.
I'm just sitting to drinking a beer.
Yes.
I don't say anything
You
either.
reach back and grab a crossbow, you see the guards.
I
coming, like,
stand up. I
"Whoa!"
stand up real quick. I stand up real quick, and I look over the bar. And I go, "Did anybody see anything?"
Yeah.
Did anybody
that's
see
what I said.
any of this?
So he does that, and everybody's
Anybody
looking over,
see
and the moment he
any of
says
this?
it, they immediately turn around and go back and drink and act like nothing happened.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
sit
God.
down, I sit
Oh my
down
God.
a table away.
This has
So
been
the guards
so
don't even
scary.
look at me.
These guys came in and they
The
just
dwarf tries
fucking
to go
killed
past
these
him with his injured
dwarves.
buddy, and they look down at him. They're like, "Do you require medical attention?" He's like, "No, we're good, we're good." So he starts heading out. They let him go. looking around. Then they look over at the dwarf that's on the ground that has the saber thing that you had punched through. They don't notice the guy that's under the table yet because he's kind of like under the table. So, and your foot's on him.
Put my cloak over his
They don't
face.
notice him, but they notice the one that you had.
I put my shield in front of him.
Okay. So they're looking around and starting to inquire. Anybody see anything? What's going on? What's
I
going
don't see
on?
anything.
I just,
Somebody injured, he left, he didn't require medical
I
attention.
put my hood down.
And they see the one on the ground. It's on the ground like this. It's like, oh, it's got this big hole in the leg. So a couple of guys, a couple of guards come around like, what happened here? Everybody just turns around and starts screaming.
So
I
when can I
those
raise
two
the
dwarfs
dead?
got into a fight.
No, wait, when can I raise the dead? Because wouldn't it be funny if I raised the two dwarves? They're like, we're okay, it's fine, I'm gonna put my guts back in, everything's gonna be okay. I have them walk out the door, and then just fucking
Just had
collapse
to use that
outside.
grease spell, didn't you?
The barmaid at this moment has two big old fucking full steins and is going to serve them, walks, and you have your little grease pattern that you had left there a couple of rounds ago that's still there. Drops her stein, starts sliding across the floor. Guards are looking over like, what the fuck is this shit?
Can I make a
One of those
dex check to try and
dwarfs
catch one
threw a
of the
bunch of
drinks?
grease on the ground, and he just started going crazy, man.
Can I roll to see if I catch one of the drinks before they hit the ground?
I grab a candle.
Yeah, exactly.
Blame it on the dead
What do you do?
dwarf.
Can I just grab use my dexterity,
They're
just grab one of the
dead.
drinks
Nobody
before they hit the
cares.
ground?
You can go for it.
Yeah.
Make a
We're
dex check.
evil.
It's kind of hard, but it's possible.
20.
Whoa,
Oh shit!
Using my charisma, I stand up, keeping my shield in front of the body. And I walk over and I look down at the guards and I say, there were a few brigands that came in here. They started a fight with the dwarfs. They ran out the back. You can probably catch them if you hurry.
Hey, good job.
Okay. You have a +7. And you now have a bonus modifier. The female driver says, yeah, that's exactly what happened. And she goes, where's a fucking beer and a fucking wine, bitch? Get over here. The waitress is like getting to her feet and you covering you, going fetching more drinks. The guards are looking around, they're like, get the body out. They look at you, they kind of size you up, they're like, alright. You seem to be pretty persuasive, they don't want to fuck with you, so. They grab the body, they haul him out. Nobody's witnessing anything, nobody's saying anything, so basically it's his word. And he got backed up by the female drow, so they grab the body of the dwarf and haul him out, and blood trail.
So I'm sure I've seen drow elves in the Black Hand. Has to be. So I know how dark these elves are, right? Alright, so he's sitting at the table.
The shield is covering the body that was impaled on the one thing.
Yes.
So it's out of view of
And they
the
carry
guards.
the other one out with the candles, or the one that I killed.
The one that you killed.
Okay.
The one that was injured with candles, the last remaining guy, dragged him out of there. They let him go.
All right. I want
Not
to.
medical attention.
I want to appraise the gem that's on the axe.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I go into meditation mode for 10 minutes to relearn magic.
There
missile.
you go.
Wanna sit at a
magic
separate
missile.
table?
Grease.
It's just going to be very soft so you can focus on your spell.
I'm like, guys, I'm having a drink.
As
I'm
they are dragging that dwarf out, I just go, hey, wait a minute, I noticed something. And if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind having this because I'm going to need it. I'm a paladin. And I take the 2 candles out of the guy's eyes. And I put them in my backpack.
The guys pause and look at you. They're like,
They've been mushed.
they look at each other. Like, they shake their head. And they let you do it.
Okay.
That have eyeballs and brains.
They have eyeballs, they have eyeball
But you
imprint
know
on
that
inside.
they're clearly a lot shorter than you, not near as strong as you. So there's an intimidation factor.
Okay.
But yes, I'll go straight to the table, relearn magic missile, give me 10 minutes, I'll be right back.
Are you're
Talk
sitting at your own
amongst
table
yourselves.
or at their table?
Whatever I gotta do to get my spell back. Like, I gotta put.
Well, you probably want to sit at your own table.
Alright, that's my own
Yeah.
table then.
Well,
I'm gonna
well,
hang out, it's gonna be fine.
Nurse settles down or
Give
something
me
like
about,
that.
give me about
What
5
do you wanna
minutes,
do?
it'll be okay. I'll be right
Macy.
back. I'll be right back.
I believe you owe me a shot. Odin.
All right, Macy,
No.
what do you want to do?
I believe I have 1 gold piece left
No.
over, so I'm gonna use
No
the gold
bargain.
piece to buy Sir Droth a shot. Okay. Mr. Meeseeks, here's your shot.
The waitress
Thank you, sir.
that has slipped on the grease thing, she doesn't understand what's going on. She gets up, slips and falls again, slides around. Some people in there in the bar, they just start laughing. So,
So I caught the drink because I rolled a 20.
You
For
did,
the
in
round?
fact, which is
Damn.
very difficult to do, but you actually caught one of the drinks.
Yes. So I take a sip, and I just want to look at that. I just want to look at that gem that's on the axe because I can get it out of there with my jeweler skills.
Did you get gem cutting?
I didn't get gem cutting. I got appraisal and jewelry making. Well,
Alright.
and jeweler. So jeweler, I can get it out of there. Gem cutting is taking ore and turning it into a finer cut.
Steal that gem. Let's do this.
Yeah, I want to get it. I want to see what it is, and is there a board for that?
No. So as you do that and you're looking at it, somebody that you know that's from your guild that you know that is into appraising. His name is Jake. You know him.
His name is.
Pulls in from the side. He's been there the whole time, and he sees what you're doing. He goes, "You know, I can appraise that for you. I see you're
I
interested.
have
in
it
that for a price."
I have it. I have appraising.
But he's like a master. He does only appraising. Like you have an ability to appraise at a field level. He does only appraising. So if you were to appraise with like a certain percent chance, he's gonna do like triple or
Well,
quadruple.
I could
your
still
ability.
roll for it. It says in the book. I
Sure.
can roll
Yeah,
for it.
absolutely. Yeah.
What do I roll for it? I forget. It's
It's
in
your it's whatever next to your appraising. It should have been wisdom or intelligence or whatever, and it'll tell you how many you. Well, let's say 1, 2, 3.
Proficiencies,
Not bad, right?
which is down at the bottom there.
Yep.
I just have to look at
It's
the
all
book.
about the lighting.
I didn't write down the proficiencies.
I
I'm
think
just
we
trying to get
look-
the
I think we
game
look
going.
pretty good.
So
Yeah, it looks great.
Appraising. Okay. Yeah, we need to pull that out of there.
We're getting there. Alright. Oh, it's got that computer screen on it.
Appraising.
Has the
Appraising the
check.
gem.
Wisdom or intelligence. Out of it.
That's what I want.
Mr. Meeseeks. That's we're getting our usual 4 to 5 viewers, and so
What I'm
that's
saying is like you have as an alma proficiency. He has it as a secondary skill. That's he was like his profession.
right, but why would I pay for something if I can make my roll? If I miss my roll, I can.
make
I
your
agree
roll.
with you.
I see what he's saying. Let him roll. Let him roll.
Yeah,
Let
and all
him
I'm
roll.
saying is,
Let
an
him
expert
roll.
that you know that's in your guild chimed in and saw what you were
Well,
doing.
right, but I want to show off.
Yeah, but he's just saying that you'll get more worth letting the master do it than what you'll get if you get it.
You can do. You can choose either way.
Yeah, but I'd like to roll to see
I'm
if I
just
can
presenting
make
you
the
the
roll.
opportunity.
Yes.
That's all.
I wanna
Do
try
intelligence 0.
do
So,
both.
No modifier.
no modifier. You got to roll your intelligence.
I have a 17.
roll under your
pretty good.
intelligence.
Okay.
All right.
So when you look at it,
So he walks up and he
in
says it,
your
so I
mind,
look at it.
you're thinking it's 300 to 500 gold piece in value in that range, in that ballpark.
All right.
That's what you estimate from what you see.
3 to 500.
300 to 500 gold value
All right.
because of the gem embedded axe.
I look at the guildmaster. What's the guildmaster's name? I recognize it, but I'm not. I know him. What's his name? What was your name again?
Jax.
Jax. I think it's 3 to 5. You think it's more, huh?
He says, bring it over the table. Let's take a look at it.
All right. Let's take a look at it. So I bring it over to the table.
All right. So you lay it down. He's looking at it. Picks it up, rolling it over, looking at it. Brings out a magnifying glass, which are very expensive in those times. So it's looking like this. He's looking at it and he goes, yeah. He goes, I'll take it out the hand. for
Like
$400."
while he's looking at it, the magnifying glass, I hold the candle. You need a light?
Use one of these.
Give me
Careful,
400
you pull
for
those
it.
things out.
As a necromancer, I'd be super into one of those candles.
Well, I know to praise
I hand
for
it
3
to
to
you.
5.
It's got an
so if
eyeball
he's
thing.
He
lying-
says he'll take it out
Like
your hand
this
for
hand
400 flat.
What if he's lying?
Yeah.
He wouldn't lie. We're in the guild.
The all-seeing
Doesn't
eye.
matter.
I have a spell to detect lie, actually.
You are aware of this guy. You're aware of his
Yeah,
reputation. You don't know one way or another whether he's dishonest or wrong, or you haven't heard one way or another. But
Right.
you know he's an expert in that field.
So, if I hand him the candle with the eyeball hanging down, and he uses his necromancy on it, can we make it the all-seeing eye?
All right. So what are you doing now?
I say you got it, guild
Getting
brother.
my magic missile back and just studying for.
You're off to the side. You're opening
Yeah.
your book. You're
Yeah.
doing your
Up in the
spell.
back, doing my
All right.
homework, and so I
10
can
minutes
go
for every
through
first
this
level spell. So if you're left alone 20 minutes by yourself, you get your spells back. So tell everybody to fuck the hell off.
Yeah.
Grab your drink and
Mr. Meeseeps, if anything happens, let me know. I gotta go.
All right, so
You
tidy
guys
up.
are buddies, so you guys.
he peels off
hang
and
out
somebody
together.
looks like another
We're
rogue.
from the same tribe.
They're
We
laying
came
down
to
the axe
town
and
together.
estimating.
I'm just like, you know.
And he's sitting back, drinking, laughing, cracking jokes.
So he's drinking.
His foot on top of a carcass.
Now we have the cute drow woman sitting at our table.
Yes.
Then we,
At his table, across from him.
well,
With their
then
arms
we pick
folded
up.
just like this, like approvingly, like, fuck
Did
yeah!
he just impale a dwarf with his table?
Yes.
Yes.
So he doesn't have a table.
No, we do.
Yeah.
I turned it back upside down.
So there's a dead dwarf underneath you?
Underneath, yes. With his shoulders on the ground and
Impaled.
Alright, just clarify.
And I got my
Alright.
foot on his face.
So we got a
And the other
drow.
parts of him that are exposed are covered by his shield.
Yes.
Check him for gold. Just put
I
that
do.
out there.
Check him for gold.
Yeah.
I check his body for whatever he's got.
That's gold gem, something. The guy's gotta have cash.
I kind of check him for cash.
We're
I
level
look
one,
at
man. We need that
I
fucking
take his
cash.
armor, I take his axe, and I put it in my backpack.
Okay.
Because I'm going to sell it and hopefully get enough to get full plate armor.
As you go and you start to do that, you see the female drow that was sitting a little across from you at the table.
Oh!
Impressed, watching everything going on. She goes,
Oh!
if you would allow me, I'll help you search the body and
I've got-
give you everything.
I've got something.
I
got
do
something.
this. I turn the table.
There
I
you go.
spin it to where the dwarf is now next to her.
I got something. So I happen to have a skill in spellcraft and etiquette. So I would like to know if I, as a necromancer, know what parts to harvest from a dwarf. It might be worth something to somebody that's into spellcasting and or, you know, religious things, you know, I mean, like, what can I, if I were to cut this guy open and steal some organs out of him, do I know what organs are worth?
You think about that, nothing comes to mind though.
Okay.
But good thinking. All right.
I'm down with harvesting organs.
You see him rotating the table as
I
he
say,
faces with the
I
female
say,
drow.
great guild brother. I'll take that 400. I have something to do here.
All right. So he's looking at it. He's looking at his lips. You're beginning to sense that it's more valuable than he's stating. The way he licks his lips and seems to be satisfied with your arrangement. And he reaches over. He goes, I don't carry that much money on me. If you want to follow me, I'll get you paid.
On second thought, I have some business here, and I've changed my mind. You tell the guild I said hello, and I'm still on my mission.
They
Okay?
can bring the money here.
Just tell them Darren Luck sent you. And then I
Pulls
take
it,
the
goes,
axe.
goes like this. He goes, pulls out a sack, pours it out. There's 35 gold and 2 gems. He goes, how about that? He goes, that right there is about 250.
So tell the